Don't belch.
Show you guys proper way. High belch. Right. It's good enough? No? Os. Boa. Boa Grange.
Israel, congratulations. That was an absolute clinic out there tonight. I mean, obviously, you promised to finish him. You promised to do what you did tonight. But did you think it was going to play out the way it did?
Yeah, pretty much. I told you guys. One thing I got to say is the experts, the body analysis experts. And I find it funny how everyone was like, oh, my God, he's in Izzy's head. He's in Izzy's head. Bro, all week, what I did, I built a condo in front of a beachfront property in Rio de Janeiro, inside his head. From the first meeting, I met him, and I knew. I was like, bro, there's no cameras, there's nothing, and he didn't keep that same energy, and I knew. And then at the beach, fuck, it was hot, and he had his little pohachinas, his little Mean Girls crew that were just hamming up anything he said and just laughing in the background. I was like, you've got a laugh crowd with you? You little pohachinas? And it was just funny to me. And then at the weigh-ins, that stare down, I knew I could see it already. I knew what he was gonna do. I knew he had a black belt underneath the shirt, and I knew he was gonna try to hand me a white belt. And I know that's the work of old cringe little gremlin, little Smeagol. And yeah, he tried to throw it in my face, and I swooped it with my left hand, and I whipped him in his face with my right hand. And I was so fast with it, and then I just knew he's gonna do the same thing when he's like, come, stay, come, yeah. And I knew if I walked to him and stare him in the eye, he's gonna push me. I'm 10 steps ahead. I told you guys, I'm 10 steps ahead. You guys think these are just words. I was 10 steps ahead. So I knew when he did that, he's going to do the same thing in the fight. I told my coach, you'll see it on my documentary, because I've even said it on camera, he's going to do the same thing in the fight. He's going to come, I'm here, come. And he did the same thing in the cage. He tried to pretend he was running, clowning around. So, you know, I was humble tonight.
So you saw all the taunting coming. Did you see that he was going to be so kick-heavy in his approach? I think that surprised a lot of us that, you know, he didn't unleash the punches that we thought we might see, more the kicks.
Punches. I told you guys in the pre-fight, I'm not a human punching bag. He's only fought human punching bags, guys who just stand there and cover up. And then they just let him tee off on them. And I knew, because he was cutting me off. We are the best, City Kickboxing. He closed off his left side, so he can only give me his right side. But when he overly committed to the left side, closing it off, I had heaps of room to move on the right side. He kicked me twice in the ribs. Meh, nothing. I ate those. The second one, I made him pay. And then I think the third time he tried to do that, he went to the head, and I felt it go past. There was one jab he threw. Andre was telling me that. There was one jab he threw that in the slow-mo, he thought it was going to hit me, and I just happened to move my head in the, you know, like the last split second. And it's just because of him, because me and Andre played 10 rounds of table tennis to cut weight. He whooped my ass 9-1, but each time it was another one. And it's a never say die attitude. And also he had breakfast and coffee and a date right before, so I'm telling Jeff Nowitzki for that. And I still want my rematch, Andre, because he knows I whoop his ass.
I know you're confident in your execution.
Where you at, Andre?
I know you're confident in your game plan, your execution, but obviously anything can happen in a fight. But was there a moment that you were like, nope, I got this guy, it's done?
After the first round, I was so fresh. I looked over, and I could see he was sitting down. And the second round, his antics were still, what they want is they want me to stand there. You come here. Why are you running? Come here. No, here. You just want me to stand there so you can punch me. I'm not stupid, dummy. I told you, he's dumb. I'm smart. I understand this fucking game. This was my 100th win in combat sports all around. Listen, 1 fight, 2 fight, 3 fight, 4 fights, 5 fights, 6 fights, all the way to a fucking 100. And I've had over 100 fights. I'm not a fucking baby in this game. I've been doing this shit for a long time. For a goddamn long time. And I'm still fresh. I'm 31. I look like I'm 26. I'm still fresh.
You had a message for his corner afterwards. I'm curious if you can share a little bit of that conversation.
I don't know. It was a freestyle, but I knew that little gremlin. The guy with the white glasses, the jizz glasses, all his little antics. He was the one that was hamming it up at the presser. You know, anything Pohachina said, like his little bitch, like his little girlfriend. He was the one that his idea with the whole black belt, white belt thing. And even before the fight, I could see him through the fence. My peripherals could see him through the fence trying to like, he was doing this shit. Right? Literally, he was doing this shit. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? Focus on you? I got a beast in front of me. Someone who's actually gonna try and like fuck me up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not gonna be, bro, you can't, this is bulletproof, mama. This is bulletproof. You can't get through this. So I said something to him, I can't remember, and he said, we're coming for you. And I was like, nah, I'm coming on you.
Last thing for me, I know you got a lot of respect for Jared Cannonier. Are you expecting him to prevail in that fight, and you think that's going to be the next matchup?
I think Jared's going to dust Robert Whittaker, and I look forward to fighting him. What we said in the DMs, he said he wants to get it done like Naruto and Sasuke, and I said, I look forward to that. Yeah, I think he's going to get it done. I'm rooting for him. But if Robert Whittaker wins and he wants to get knocked out a third time, I can make that happen too.
Izzy, when you have a fighter in front of you taunting, I know that you're saying you're bulletproof, the taunting doesn't upset you or anything, but do you just think to yourself, you're giving me free points here, you're letting me just tag you and you're just letting me have it my way?
They already know they can't go 5 rounds, so what their tactic was, maybe hold off until the 5th round or like in the later rounds and then come on. Stupid, because you're giving away rounds, you're giving away points. I kept on tagging his legs with different kind of kicks, and I knew his leg was compromised, and he was trying to, all that shit. I'm telling you, man, I read, every time I interact with you, I learn more about you. Every single time, and I interacted with him 3 times. And by the 3rd time, I knew I had him. I knew he'd show me his hand. He'd do exactly what he did. And all that taunting shit, bro, I'm a troll. You guys think you're a troll? I'm a fucking troll. But I'm grown now, so I know how to play the game properly. And I wasn't gonna get sucked into his game. I knew all that shit's not gonna work as long as I keep fucking him up and keep touching him. And that's what I did.
His leg looked pretty badly damaged. Was that from the teep to the shin? Do you think you hyperextended his knee?
Nah, I think it's just my skinny shins. My skinny shins sliced his legs up, and you could probably see the marks I left on his legs. Yeah, because I did what I did to Brunson. Like, before the fight, and Brunson, I said, let's go, bitch. I'll show you who's skinny, when I was in my stance. In this fight, I looked at him, and I said something, and I said, I'll watch it back and read my lips, but I said something about being skinny. And this fight, I want to, like, this is the biggest platform, so my narrative for this fight, because everyone says he's a bully, or he walks people down, this and that, rah. And it's not fucking news to anyone that I've been bullied my whole life, you know? So for me, back then, I didn't really have the skill or the will to be able to fight back, you know what I mean? So when this guy and his little pohachinas were doing what they were doing, I was like, all right, watch this. And now I know what to do. I have the will and I have the skill to take the bite out of the bully. So yeah, that's what I did.
Was the fight essentially over after you landed the head kick? Was he compromised at that point?
Nah, it was over before that. It was over after the 1st round. But I wanted to take the bite out of the bully. And I wanted to, like, because even some of the shit he did online, someone showed me this, a reporter showed me this video of him with his little entrance and his little skit that they made and some little memes and other shit he's been doing. Because that's what kids now, back then, we didn't have that when I was growing up, but now kids, they go through that shit, social media bullying. And he was trying to do that to me. And for me, it's like he was trying to trigger out the younger Izzy. But you do that, and you'll get the big dog in the yard now, you know? So I dedicate this fight to anyone, whether it be at school or at home or even at work if your boss is grinding you. I dedicate this fight to you guys because you have to fight back. You can't just take that all the time. You have to bite back.
And last one from me. Ahead of this fight, you famously dyed your hair pink, and then when you shaved it off, you said there was a tactical reason that you shaved your pink hair off. You said after the fight, you tell us what it is. What is it?
My dad, shout out to Oluwa Femi, the big dog, big fem dog, Adesanya. He said, I'm going to blind him. I'm going to blind him with my jab. And when he's compromised with one eye and I take the other eye out, if he sees a pink hue, he'll know where my head is. He'll know, okay, that's where my head is, and he'll just aim for the pink hue. So I was like, you're right. And like a good boy, I listened to my dad. He's a smart man.
Izzy, right here. Were you surprised at how much he bit on pretty much every feint you would throw in there?
Nope. I'll post a meme after this. There was one with that belt. When I whipped him with that belt, he froze. He was shocked. He was shook. And I knew I could make him react because after that, he when went all try bulldog on me, and I was just so relaxed. And Steve was holding me up, and I hit him with the crane kick. I'm playful. This is fun to me. And I told Eugene right before we walked out, I was like, let's have fun in there. I'm going to be smart and tactical and systematic, but we're going to have fun in there. You know what I mean? And I still did.
And then your comments about finding people that miss weight, like 90%, was that directed at your teammate Shane's
Yep,
opponent?
and the guy that Mr. Dawodu fought. It's just cheating. I saw the guy that Dawodu fought right after, with 90 minutes left. He's on the blueberries and the water and whatnot. These guys, some of them are gangsters. Some of them are making money outside the UFC. Some of them have trust funds. 30% of their purse ain't shit. But I'm telling you, if you find someone, 90% of your purse if you miss weight, I guarantee you, no matter how much money you're making, no one's going to go through this whole camp, through this whole shit, and be willing to give 90% of their pay to the other guy. They will take that 90 minutes they had left to make the weight. They'll take every second to make the weight. So enough of this 30% bullshit, because it's not working. We saw it happen at 2-2-1 in the main event where I debuted, and you saw he got rewarded with a title shot. So, yeah, I'm over this, because we have guys like Carlos Ulberg and Blood Diamond who aren't even in the UFC yet, and they were ready. They were already close to their weight. They're professionals. So if you can't hack it, go home, because we have killers who are ready to go.
And what did you make of your teammates' performances in there? I know Kai and Shane came up short, but Kai did get performance bonus fight of the night, and then, of course, Brad Riddell picked up another win.
Yeah, I have to watch it again. I think Kai hurt his guy, but kudos to the other guy. He did something unorthodox, a spinning elbow.
Spinning elbow, yeah.
Yeah, and Shane's guy, who cares? He missed weight. You cheated. Doesn't matter. But kudos to Kai's guy. He did very well. But yeah, shout out to Eugene. He knows. Fuck the other guy. He missed weight. If you miss weight, doesn't matter. Don't take the fight. Or move up in weight.
And then one final one. A couple of your fellow fighters like John Jones and Marvin Vittori are commenting like something with your left pec. Was there an injury or anything at all? Or right pec, I should say.
Why are they looking at my titties?
Yeah, you'd have to ask them.
Yeah.
Okay, Israel here. You said in the past that you are interested in fighting with the light heavyweight champion. Now is 205 has a new king. Are you still interested to fight with the super fight champion versus champion in the light heavyweight?
Maybe. I'll have to ask Eugene, but like what I said about Anderson Silva defended this belt so many times in the middleweight division, and then he went up to light heavyweight for little shows. I just wanted to fuck up John Jones, and I still will, but I'll just have to talk to Eugene, because even he talked about Stipe Miocic and other things. So, yeah, everything's open. Cheddar makes it better. Cheddar makes it better.
Yeah, Izzy, great victory.
The schmo.
You've now...
Sorry I missed your interview. My bad on that one. We were just busy. We were flat out, but...
We'll do it on the way home.
All right, no worries.
You've now beaten 7 of the current 15 top middleweights. It's the champ era. What do you have left to prove? I know you want Cannonier next if he beats Whitaker or the winner of that fight. What do you have left to prove in this division?
There's still, hold up. The Joker, I like this win over Kelvin Gastelum. I want to showcase my grappling a little bit. I was hoping he would try tonight so I can show him what the white belt can do, because I'm a white belt for life. But yeah, Cannonier next, if he gets Pat Robert. And yeah, there's a lot left to do in this game, and I'm just steadily working my way, day by day, fight by fight. You would say 7 guys in the top 15. I mean, Paul only fought 2, and everyone was like, oh, this Israel's all hype. It's all hype, but I love the hype. And I'm just saying, if there was any hype job, it was him. He only fought 2 guys in the fucking top 15, and I fought 6. That's triple the amount of top 15 guys he's fought, or top 10 guys he's fought. And they still call me a hype job. I ain't no hype job, but I'm all hype.
And to yourself, what do you have to do to be cemented as the greatest UFC middleweight of all time, surpassing Anderson Silva?
Keep doing what I'm doing. Listen to my coaches, listen to my team, and keep doing what I'm doing, because that's what got me to the dance. I didn't have to go get no other, coach to come in and tell us what to do. I stayed true to the people that got me to the dance since day one. And I said that at the presser. So I keep doing what I'm doing, listen to my coaches. And yeah, I love this. doesn't mean anything. This thing is beautiful. And I told you, gold looks good on black skin, but it doesn't mean anything. For me, it's about the victories, the champion, like the names you collect, the scalps you take along the way. If I had lost this tonight, God forbid, if I had lost this tonight, I wouldn't care about this. I would have been sad I lost the fight. That's all I care about, is fighting. This is just nice because, cheddar makes it better. It brings more money, more notoriety, all that kind of shit. But yeah, I just keep doing what I'm doing and my legacy will be cemented in time.
You were the last fighter to step inside the octagon before this pandemic wiped everything away. What was it like to be back inside there in this venue and do what you do?
I love it. Honestly, it's much better, to be honest. You don't have these drunk guys who've been drinking since 6 hours ago yelling, knock him out, stand him up, ref, twist his dick. I love fans, don't get me wrong. This event would have been beautiful with fans, but in the same breath, some of them in droves are stupid, like dumb as fuck. But individually, when I have individual interactions with fans, I have some beautiful interactions most times, but when they have this mob mentality, they're dumb as pig shit.
Right here. So you mentioned Anderson Silva in the cage. Do you think you can repeat or beat his record during his prime?
Yes, but that's not my goal, to be honest. I'm not trying to repeat because there will never be another Anderson Silva. For me, it's just being me, being the last and only style bender and keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, all the guys he ran through on his run, I would have beat them as well. So it's not about quantity, it's about the quality. And already I have some really good quality wins in my belt. That's my 15th knockout and my 100th win. Oh no, my 15th knockout in MMA, but that's my 100th win in fighting. In fighting, that's, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm not chasing his legacy, I'm chasing my own legacy.
Congratulations.
Obrigado.
Last one for me. Do you still think about going up a weight class, or you only wanted to face John Jones?
Yeah, I definitely will go up in weight class, whether it be heavyweight or light heavyweight.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Very congratulations, heartfelt congratulations for
Thank you.
this victory. We spoke before the fight, and you promised to do this what you have done today. So congrats. I just want to ask you if you are invited to come again and fight here in Abu Dhabi. Would you accept to come back and fight here?
100%. Huh?
And give me your impression about everything you have seen here in Abu Dhabi and their job. They are trying their best to be the capital of the fighting games. So
He's just getting his phone now. Hold up.
yes, please.
Definitely, I'll definitely come back to fight in Abu Dhabi. I mean, amidst the pandemic, one of the reporters asked in the presser, some question. It was I was like, what makes the UFC different and blah, 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 amidst the pandemic and blah, 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 blah. And I almost interrupted the question. I kind of did, and I was like, this guy, like, duh. It's what got the UFC to where it is. Like Joe Rogan says, without Dana White, none of this would be possible. It's because of him, And I'm not bootlicking or anything, but I'm just spitting facts. It is what got us here right now. Because everyone, when Fight Island came around, and everyone was like, why would you put on a show in the midst of a pandemic? How dare you? And they got shut down. But hey, cajones, man, the UFC, this is what we do. We're not like any other sport. Motherfuckers wish they were us. They wish, they try. This is what we're doing. You fucking kick a ball into a net or over a post or whatever. All we're trying to see is the baddest motherfucker. And we really get to do that shit. We really prove that shit. So, yeah, right now, amidst the pandemic, the UFC is leading the way in all sporting organizations, all sporting leagues. The UFC is leading the charge in showing what can be done amidst the pandemic and keeping everyone safe. And look, we've got an island in Abu Dhabi, shut down from the outside world, quarantine tested like a motherfucker, everyone getting checked and rechecked and quadruple checked. Like, it's second to none. I was quite impressed. It was a little bit tedious when you're trying to cut weight, but I'm still impressed.
D, capital D.
Any more? All right, thank you guys. I know, oh, congratulations, okay. Thank you guys, I know this has been crazy. times, but thank you guys for what you do. And I know I give you guys a hard time sometimes, but thank you for what you do. But always remember, please, always remember, you guys wouldn't have a job if we don't step in that fucking cage. So be mindful with your clickbait headlines, please. Be mindful with the stories you write and the tones you use. Even if you want to criticize a fighter, please criticize away. I am open to criticism because I am human. But be mindful with your clickbait headlines, because one of you will get checked and slapped with a belt one day, my white belt. Over 100 fights since 2008. I'm gonna be great. Thank you guys.